Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube subscribers and my Facebook group friends, and anyone who's found this video. If you like it, click the button below, like and subscribe to my channel and these free guitar chart videos. And below you'll find a description of the instructions to access my YouTube page, my Facebook group page, that is Andy's Free Guitar Chart Videos group, where you can view the videos in their entirety with just 2-second segment breaks, as opposed to running them separately on YouTube in 10-minute segments. So it's been an interesting week, and I have to run a lesson today because we got 2 charts and we don't want to get into a new subject. I'm almost closing this subject up where I'll be practicing it from now on. But it's best to go over the steps of how to implement this technique that I'm going to show you in the next 2 charts. So let's dig in. We have chart 316, sub 4th, 5th, and half diminished 7th. We're not going to be talking too much about half diminished 7th, but the whole thing's about the 4th and the 5th. Once you get that technique down, the half diminished 7th, which we've covered in the past, and that was the real difficult one, now is going to fall right into place with the same technique if you want to do substitutions and pattern adjustments. The thing to remember about pattern adjustments is that when you fully adjust a pattern, you're bringing it back to the root diatonic scale. So if we're in the key of C, which is all the white keys, and we're doing something in the root, when we go to the 4th, the only adjustment to make there would be from the B flat to the B natural. So we don't play the 4th of the 4th, we play the augmented 4th of the 4th, and that brings us right back to the diatonic. And with the 5th, we don't play the 7th of the 5th, or we'd be in the key of what? G. Here's a G 7th chord. Alright, so we drop the 7th down 1, that's the adjustment, and it becomes the 5th dominant, and it takes us right back to the diatonic itself of the root. So why are we making adjustments if we're just adjusting back to the diatonic of the root? So where we would just play like that, because it's just an exercise. Everything should go full circle, and just, for the heck of it kind of thing. Does that make any sense? None to me whatsoever. So let's look at this, and I realize that we're 2 charts behind here. So we've got chart 316 and then chart 317. I've refined the technique and made it a little easier, but before we dig into 317, let's just look at 316 again. Subs means substitutions, and somebody said to me where I was working, I'll never get to that stuff, and the guy's 19 years old. I'm like, yeah, I think you can. I think you have enough time. It would probably take about 20 minutes for him to get to where I'm talking about. So I think he has enough time, unless he's standing in front of a freight train. So when let's put Mr. Capo on. Remember, I'm down C tuned, here's down D tuned, here's regular E tuning. So I'm going to put the Mr. Capo on the E and make sure he's straight. C, so the cage system is C, G, D, A, E. Does that not sound like something Hendrix used to play or something? But really it's C, A, G, E, D. And those are all the keys of C, the key of A, the key of G, the key of E, the key of D. Alright? So that's where we're at on the fretboard. Now when we go from a C-shaped C to an F-shaped E, that's 1 to 4 to a G-shaped 5. Okay, we're pretty much going C shape, E shape, G shape. Okay, so that's like a root chord there. And then when we go to the E shape, we're going to go E shape, A shape to C shape. Okay, that's just a little background. So up here, let's say we want to do it in F. We go E shape, A shape to C shape. So that worked out. But that was in the key of F. The rest of them are 1, 4, 5. Okay, so let's take Mr. Capo off so we can get these shapes. And to get them with the fret nut there, or the capo, but mostly the fret nut where you can't play any of this, you have to do the long form. But we're still going to reduce that long form to the short form chords in the cage system that goes C, A, G, E, D. C, A, G, E, D. No matter where you start, it's going to be either C, A, G, E, D or A, G, E, D, C or G, E, D, C, A. Okay, so with the long chords, we're going to be moving 2 cage shapes. So if we're starting in C in the long form, let's say we're doing an E scale. Okay, there's our E. Here we go. We start in the E shape. We're going to go to the D shape for the next shape up. Alright, so the long form always starts at one cage shape and goes to the next cage shape up, and therefore the next diatonic cage scale. So we would start with the long, right? If we wanted to finish up, we'd be going into a D scale. We'd be going into a D-shaped scale, which is something like this. For the D-shaped D, we would start, here's your E-shaped D. Okay, it would start, it would go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4. That's an A right there, which is the fourth of E. So we played that D-shaped diatonic, okay, and that was the next shape up from the E shape, because in the word cage, E goes to D. Let's talk about substitutions. When we're playing just like, let's say we're playing a C-shaped C, I'm going to just bar it with my finger, and we're going to an F. We're pretty much substituting an E-shaped F right there. When you take a regular E here, here's your tuning, and you move it up and treat it as the fourth of the C box, you're substituting a root chord. Not really root, but you got the F on the bottom here, so you can call it a root chord. It really isn't. It's a second inversion. A hunting we will go. Oh, this. Right, we're in F now. So we're essentially substituting an E shape right there. So you've done it.